So I did it again. I did the thing where I keep doing this over and over again on this channel. Like this channel was supposed to be just a place where I would, just record stuff on my phone on a daily basis. And in fact, if you go and look at the little banner on the channel, it says videos every day. And now I do fewer videos on this channel than I do on my main channel. But no, what happens is I'll accidentally do a video that resonates with people, and it gets a lot of attention, and then suddenly I start putting some importance on this channel. It's like suddenly, oh, I could make a difference. I could say something that makes a point. Suddenly these videos mean something and they matter, and so then it becomes, oh, I have to think about this. I have to put together topics, and I have to kind of script things out a little bit, and I need to make sure I'm organized and whatnot, and then I get caught up in actually producing videos for the other channel, which is my bread and butter, and then this one just kind of falls to the wayside because I keep thinking I got to do something that matters, and then nothing ever happens. So once upon a time I would do a lot of videos where I literally would just hit record and start talking, and whatever came out, whatever was on my mind, that became the video. I haven't done that in a long time because I've been trying to make this a more important channel than it originally was supposed to be, and because of that I haven't been doing it. But so that's what this is. How's it going? I mean, I could I could talk about the I got a new TV. Oh, this is funny. So I did a video not too long ago that was another one of these my favorite things on the internet. It's the things that I'm into right now. And it got demonetized because I did some clips from the Bill and Ted Face the Music trailer. And what's funny about that is that I followed that up literally a few days later with a big deep dive breakdown, obsessive compulsive, looking into the trailer and picking out little details and hints about what the movie could be about, which was nothing but shots in video from that trailer. It did not get demonetized. You tell me. I mean, if I could talk about the channel and how things are going on the channel right now, I'm really excited because I'm actually getting ahead on things. I had talked briefly somewhere, I think in the video where I talked about my process for getting a video made, that we're kind of doing this new process that's not tied into when the videos come out. It's more like just the writers do, 2 scripts a month, one of them the first half of the month and one the second half, and I do the outlines, and we just kind of boom, 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 boom. And that's finally been really working. To the effect that it's the 1st of July right now, and I've got all the videos shot through the 14th. Now, that's only one a week. And you know what? Sometimes it blows my mind, and every once in a while I think about it. I'm like, how did I do 2 videos a week? How did I do that? Granted, the videos have gotten longer and more thorough and involved. So that's probably part of why I'm not doing as many, or still spending the same amount of time doing only one a week. But the fact that I'm getting ahead is really great. I'm kind of building up a little bit of space there. The idea is that I could get ahead enough on the videos that I could turn and work a little bit on some bigger projects, be it a book or a movie or other just side projects that I'm passionate about. And that's good. Eventually this channel needs to evolve in some way to be able to do, bigger projects like that. And I'm getting there, and that's exciting. But anyway, the reason I'm saying that is because I get some comments from time to time from people that are like, why aren't you making Thursday videos anymore? They get upset that I'm not doing as much as I once was. And to me, I get that. Sometimes it bothers me. Sometimes when I look at the numbers, YouTube does not like the fact that I'm only doing 1 video a week right now. They really liked me better when I was doing 2. And the numbers, reflected that. And luckily the channel's at a place right now where I don't have to knock it out of the park every single week and still get by okay, I don't know how you guys feel about the sponsorships that I always do, but that makes it possible for me to just focus on the quality of the videos and not have to, crank out all the time. Luckily, I'm at a place where I can do one video a week and get by and do okay and still be able to put some away and whatnot. Speaking of videos, Monday's video this week definitely did not do well. I don't think people are looking for good news right now, necessarily. Or not necessarily that was a good news kind of video. It was just kind of like a, hey, good things could come out of this. This was one of those. There are some videos that I do where they're not popular, like they don't get a whole lot of views or anything, but to the people that get something out of that video, they get a lot out of it. I had many comments that were very affirming for me, that were people that were talking about how much they're struggling right now and how difficult all this is, and that video, or how high their stress level was, and this video kind of helped them to calm down a little bit. And then, of course, I did get a lot of people that were like, oh, so glad you're looking at the positive side. I lost my job and all this. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I was trying really, really hard to make the point that, like, this doesn't discount the pain and suffering that people are going through. It's very real, and my heart goes out to everybody. I'm just trying to, like, alleviate a little bit of anxiety if I possibly can. But it's good. It's good to know that the people that got something out of it did definitely get something out of it that was really positive for them. I'm trying to just focus on that and not the fact that, like, the video's tanking hard. And I should also try, this is more of a note to myself, I should try to focus on the fact that tanking hard right now is still better than maybe an average video would have done 6 months ago. I mean, the channel is still, progressing in that way, so that's good. On a slightly different note, I had some blood work done yesterday. So back in, I think it was just before Thanksgiving, I met with a nutritionist that we got a blood draw done, and he looked through it and was like looking at all my levels and stuff. I think I may have done a video about it back then, but apparently my vitamin D level was like through the floor. It was like the lowest he'd ever seen. Apparently I had a spike in some kind of cardiovascular signifier that, like, it's funny because I had totally forgotten about this until recently, but apparently there was some marker in my blood that he said that's the kind of thing that you see from somebody who's had a heart attack. And I was like, what? But the thing was, and I always go back to this, you guys know I have the whole canker sore issue that I saw the supplement for and everything, but this is something I've been wanting to do for years, probably like 15 years maybe. When I first realized that I get these things in cycles. I have these like on and off cycles where, like, it's all an inflammatory thing. It's about inflammation. Like my body's like spikes in these inflammatory proteins and stuff, and that causes these ulcers to break out, and then it kind of goes away, and I don't get any after that. So I've wanted for the longest time to get blood work done when I was in an on cycle and in an off cycle and compare the two. So I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone right now, because I have been on these supplements and on this diet that he kind of, well, I've been on and off the diet. I haven't been perfect about it, but I've been on these supplements like vitamin D and some anti-inflammatory stuff for a while now. And I've been wanting to get retested to see, what the difference was between November and now. But also I want to do a comparison between being in an on cycle and off cycle. So I have a couple of ulcers right now that are like starting to go away. It's kind of in a waning cycle, or the waning edge of the on cycle. But anyway, so I got the blood drawn for that, and I plan to do another one in another, I don't know, week or two, when I'm definitely in an off cycle, and see what the difference might be. I am definitely making myself a human guinea pig for my for my business. But it's interesting information to know, and I should get the results in like 2 days or something. Probably by the end of the week, I'll get the results, and we're going to dig through them and see what we find out. I'm curious, and I'm definitely hoping that cardiac marker goes down. I really don't know what that was about. And it's funny, I had just completely blocked that. I had totally forgotten that happened. And then my wife reminded me of it. She was like, yeah, you need to find out if that cardiac thing went down. I was like, oh crap, I totally forgot about that. How is that something I forgot? Because when somebody tells you, it's like, this looks like you've had a heart attack. Oh, interesting. I'll just move on to something else. It's almost like there's a pandemic going on that took away all my attention. And something else that I learned in that That first blood test that I did was that I'm A positive blood type. That's the only thing about coronavirus that's kind of freaking me out a little bit, is that it affects people in so many different ways. And apparently your blood type has something to do with it. And apparently A positive is like the worst. And that's what I have. And it leads to blood clotting and strokes and heart attacks and all kinds of stuff. Fun. And I don't want any of that. Anyway, there's some rants that I have coming up. I've just kind of been putting off doing them on this channel because, like I said, I always do that. Like something does well, and then suddenly it's like, ooh, I have to actually put some effort into this, and then it just goes on the wayside. But anyway, there's some other videos I have in mind that I was gonna do here, and they'll come up eventually. But this is just like a check-in. Hope you guys are doing well. I just thought I would pop on and say something because it's been way too long, and I need to put videos up on here every once in a while. So anyway, that is it for now. I guess little rambling video. Hope that was a little checkup. Hope you guys are doing well, and stay safe. Catch you next time. Peace.